YouTube. How's everybody? Feeling a lot better now. I'm just left with a bit of a weird voice. But anyway, I'm going to cut to the chase today. I know I've covered public transport in a previous vlog, but I kind of wanted to touch on something that has been going on Twitter within the disabled community. So some of you may not be able to relate to this, but I'm going to do another vlog, but I just wanted to do this just to, I don't know, kind of, help other wheelchair users. I'll explain. Anyway, so I don't know if you know of a ex-sportswoman called Tanni Grey-Thompson. She is on Twitter and she is a big advocate for disabled people. And basically, we've all been sharing stories about the times that we've been left on trains. Happened to me many a time. I have been left going from Chesterfield to Nottingham and vice versa, and just, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. So what the system is if we're travelling, so say I'm going from Chesterfield to Nottingham or Nottingham to Chesterfield, I would usually call up the train company and tell them that I'm in a wheelchair and I need a ramp. And that would go onto a system and then printed out on the day that I'm travelling. So I do that quite regularly if I'm going a long way. I don't tend to do it if I'm just going from my hometown to Mansfield, because it's only like 18 minutes and my hometown is an unmanned station, so they wouldn't be able to supply assistance anyway. That is the guard's responsibility. So yeah, there's that system. Now, I've had it before where I've booked, followed the rules, booked my ramp, and nobody has turned up to get me off. And that is with booking, which is the problem at the moment with a lot of wheelchair users. And in my opinion, you shouldn't have to book. You shouldn't have to, pick a time when you want to travel. We should be able to just step on and there be somebody there to, get us on. So we shouldn't have to book. But we do. And that is the system. But the system is screwed up. Because, if we're booking, I've even had it before where I've booked it and I've not even been on the list. I mean, how can that happen? And that's happened more than once. I've been left in, so where my hometown is, there's like a little village, and it can be quite creepy at night. A few years ago, I was left on a train and I had to get off in this particular village, and I'm so glad I wasn't on my own, thank God, because otherwise it would have been terrible, because it is really quite secluded and it's not very nice to just wait there, Anyway, so that is the problem. There is something wrong with the system. How can you book something? You book whatever disability you've got. So if you're, physically impaired, visually impaired, hearing impaired, you can book, you know. And a lot of people do. I mean, I sent a tweet out and about 10 people liked it. It's a problem. It's definitely a problem. Anyway, I spoke to Tanny a couple of days ago. She's compiling all of the problem and hopefully taking it to the Secretary of State. Because obviously there needs to be a solution. Because we can't keep doing this. You know, I've heard of people, they have to go to one station, get off at another station to get back on so they can get to wherever they're going. That's not right. So what's the solution? The solution, I have heard that they were going to roll out a app. So the guys at the train station have the app and say, I have the app on my phone. And so there would be settings on so I could let the people know where I was, either location or like what coach I was on, etc. That is the best idea. So we as customers can text ahead and let them know where we are. Because a lot of the time as well, I get, oh yeah, we'll call ahead. Yeah, that's fine. And then you'll get there and then you'll say, did they call ahead? And then you'll get, no, we don't know that you're on the way. Again, there's something wrong with the system. Something is not right. So yeah, the solution would be to roll out this app nationwide and do it so that people who are already on the train can get a message to somebody who's going to get them off. Also, you need to have a dedicated team. Now, I know a lot of train stations do have a dedicated team. I mean, I go to Birmingham at least twice a year. And Birmingham do have a dedicated team that just deal with disabilities and getting people off and on. Now, I don't recall ever having a problem at Birmingham. I think we did once where nobody turned up even though I'd booked it. So, yeah, there needs to be in every station a dedicated team. You know, it's okay the dispatcher's doing it, but, you know, they've got other things to do. They need to send trains off, make sure the train's safe, make sure, you know, other people are okay. So there just needs to be, you know, there needs to be a whole different system. I'm reading a lot on Twitter about these people that being left on trains. Certain people won't, you know, take somebody off because it's not their job. Come on, guys. I mean, as I know I said that, you know, there needs to be a dedicated team. But why argue about, at this point, because I don't know where this lady got off, why argue about whose job it is to get somebody off? All it takes is to get a ramp down. That's it. It's a 2-minute job, if that. So why are we having all these issues? You know, there needs to be a complete overhaul of the system. And that's all it's going to take, you know. And as disabled people, I think we're getting a bit fed up of it. Don't get me wrong, there are some cracking train companies out there who, you know, will do their best. But then you get loads of stories on Twitter and social media saying, well, I've been left on this train and nobody's coming to fetch me, or I've booked it but nobody's been to fetch me, and we just need an overhaul of the system. That's all. So yeah, that's all I wanted to address at this moment. So I will see you probably Friday or over the weekend. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys over the weekend. Bye bye.